Welcome to Rock Your Body Truth. Today I'm going to guide you through the second workout in my Beginner's Fundamentals series. We're going to add a little bit more flow to the workout and a little variation here and there and a new exercise. So I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, so we're going to make our way down to the mat, always pulling in your abdominal muscles. So take a little squat here and then take your hands behind you, place your bottom in the middle of the mat, and then with either the hands on the thighs or even reaching the arms forward, you're going to roll down into the mat. Pulling the belly in nice and tight, keep the arms up. We're going to go straight into ribcage arms. So the legs are together, engaged in your stomach, and then we're going to think about reaching the arms overhead, but keeping the feeling of your back, your spine, your rib cage in the mat. And then with the connection into the waist, you pick the arms up again. So want to feel like you're picking the arms up from this area here. Inhale, reach the arms over. Exhale, picking them up. Try and keep the top of the shoulders really relaxed as you do this without creating tension up into them. Exhale, picking the arms up, breathing in through the nose, keeping the shoulder blades down in the back, and then exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale, reach them over. Exhale, picking them up. And then bring the arms down by the side of the body, the chest open, palms on the mat, length through the spine, and bring the legs in a little bit closer. We're going to take you now into working on pelvic stability. If you wish to, you can begin this exercise with your hands on your pelvis, your lower belly, to give you an idea of the alignment of your pelvis, like your hip bones and pubic bone, but also stability, because that's what we're working on. So we're doing the clam exercise where we're opening one leg out to the side, the other one stays still, and then bringing it back again. And all the time working on not moving the pelvis. So it's a little opening in the hip. Your upper body also stays relaxed. It's just a light connection into your stomach and using the stomach to pick the leg back up again. So once you feel familiar with how this feels, you can place your arms down by the side of the body with the shoulders wide. Inhale, taking the leg out to the side. Exhale, using the belly to pick it back up. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. And then we can try going both together. Open both legs out to the side. Exhale, bring the inner thighs together. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring the inner thighs together. And then one more time, keep your back on the mat and bring them together. And then now let's work on more pelvic stability, but this time picking the legs up from your stomach. So the arms are active into the side of the body. And then keeping the length in the lower stomach, you're going to keep the legs together, make sure your back is in the mat, and you're going to pick up both legs up together here, and then lower them back down again. On your exhale, you pull the stomach in tight, so that the lowering of the legs doesn't pull your back off the mat. Inhale, pick the legs up. Exhale, lower the legs down. Inhale, pick the legs up. Exhale, tighten the belly down. And again, inhale up. And exhale down. Awesome. Let's go to leg slides. So we're going to again keep the arms connected into the waist, the back on the mat. You're going to slide your right leg away from you. And then you're going to bring it back again, all the time without affecting the alignment of your pelvis. So inhale, take the leg away from you. Use your stomach to pull the leg back in. Let's go. Pause, stretch the leg away. Your back stays on the mat. Bring it back in. And one more time. Pelvis stays aligned. And bring it back in. So this is preparing you to take your legs straight out, keeping your back on the mat, because we're going to do the 100 with the legs out today. So then connect into your center so your back feels like it's on the mat. You're going to stretch both legs away from you and keep them stretched out. From here, you're going to come into the Pilates stance with your heels together, inner thighs squeezing together. Keeping your arms down on the mat, you're going to curl up the upper body with the feeling of the rib cage sliding down into the mat. So just bring your head into an alignment where your chin is maybe a little bit closer to your chest. So you're on the base of the skull here. And that will give you the ability to curl up your upper body from this area. And then we come down again. Now, the advantage of doing the 100 in this position is that we're able to keep the length through our stomach muscle and hip flexors and come down and really focus on reaching the arms into the side of the body. Let's stay here. Squeeze the arms into the side of the body and then we begin pumping the arms. Now, the legs are not relaxed. You want to feel like they're pulling in towards each other. 10 breath cycles, breathing in fully and exhale fully. Really working the abdominal muscles and into the waist with the arms. Curled up with the upper body, breathing in, exhale out. Pull the waist into the mat. Try and keep the tension out of the shoulders. Keep stretching out through the legs. There's 2 more breath cycles. Last one. And down. Stretch yourself out. Hug the legs in. Take hold of the back of the legs. Rock yourself up to seated. We'll begin the rollbacks from a seated position. Okay, so the legs are together. As always, go to your level or your ability at the moment. So if you need to begin this with your hands underneath your thighs, at the back of your thighs, and rolling back, sliding the hands down the thighs, that's absolutely fine. I would rather that you really work your stomach, keep nice and stable, keep connected, and really work through your spinal movement. If you can then progress to rolling down with the arms stretched out, this is awesome. And then, of course, the next variation, so you set whichever level that you can, pull the stomach in and back here, would be the legs out straight. So when we have the legs out straight, this is a longer lever here. So we want to make sure we're rolling the pelvis down into the mat. This is where you may need to hold on to the legs, just to give yourself a little hand here. Curling up the upper body like you did for the 100, legs out straight, so it's the same position. And then you can just use the hands to help you until you become strong enough and flexible enough to do this exercise with the arms reaching out. If you need to, you can always go back to having the legs bent if you feel that you need to. Pull back the stomach to stretch forward, keeping the shoulders back. Keep the lift of the waist as you're rolling down, using the hands on the thighs. Lift the belly, lift the spine. Exhale to roll down and stay down. Awesome. Okay, let's move on to one leg circles. So we're going to do the one leg circles with the legs stretched out today. So you're going to have your left leg staying on the mat stretched out. Reach out through the heel. So you have work on this leg stretching out and anchoring you down. Then with the back in the mat, shoulders relaxed, arms connected into the side of the waist, think about the pelvic stability that you were working on with the other exercises. So we pick the leg up, turned out from the hip, and we're going to keep the leg nice and high. We're going to go across the body and circle around and up. So by keeping the leg high, 5 in each direction, you should be able to work a little bit more at keeping the stability in your center, which is the key thing that we want to work on. This is 5, and then we reverse it. Out, down, exhale around. Out, down, exhale around. 3 more. Keep relaxing the shoulders. Good, well done. Fold that leg in, give it a little stretch, and switch sides. Stand into that leg ankle bent, flex, heel pressing out into the mat. Then with your pelvis stable, your back on the mat, the arms connected into the body, you pick the other leg up. Lengthen out through the leg, keep the leg really high, pelvis stable as we go across, down and up. Across, down, circle up on your exhale. Across, down and up, belly in tight, across, down and up. Last one in this direction and reverse. Out, down and around. Keep the leg high, focus on stability. 3, 2 and 1. Awesome. Fold the leg in. Bring the other leg in. Take hold of the back of the legs. Rock yourself up to seated. Just to give yourself a little stretch here. And then we're going to roll back down into the mat for your single and your double leg stretch. So let's come to a tabletop position with the legs. So picking up the legs like we did in the prep, keeping your back on the mat, lengthen the lower stomach, you pick up the legs. From here, we pick up the upper body like you did for the 100 and the roll up. So picking up from the waist, taking the right leg, holding the shin, and keep the left leg nice and high. The priority is to stay square in your box. So here, we pull the leg in, but we're resisting. And then we switch. Pull the leg in, but resist. Keep the tension out the shoulders. And switch. Make sure you're keeping your pelvis stable. Keep the waist square. And switch. Good. Stay curled up with the upper body. Last one on the left. And in. Hug the legs in, roll yourself down. Come back to the tabletop position. Make sure you can feel the stomach working. Double leg stretch. You're going to open the legs out into the diamond frog position. So think about this like the clam that we did at the start of the class where we did the double leg clam here. So we can think about it like that. So the movement is coming from the hip joints. And then we curl up the upper body again. Now you're going to have your hands on your shins. When you stretch the legs away, I want you to slide the hands towards your seat so that the contact with your legs is helping you stay engaged in your abs. And then open the hips to bring it back in, take the shins. So inhale, pull the belly in tight, keep contact with the legs. And then exhale the air out of the mouth to bring it in. Keep the legs high so that your back stays on the mat. Exhale in, and again, keep the legs high, belly pulls in, and exhale in. Lower the head and shoulders down, hug the legs in. Bring the legs together, rock yourself up to seated. This time you're going to take the spine stretch forward. Okay. So So let's take the spine stretch forward, the legs are open. So with any seated position, the intention is to have your back as tall as possible. So think of lifting your spine out of your hips with your stomach and waist muscles so that you really feel like you're up on your sit bones. Now, spine stretch forward, we want to make sure it's a stretch forward of the spine, not hinging forward at the hips. We want maximum movement coming, flexibility in the spine. So let's reach the arms forward, but keep the shoulders wide. Take an inhale, lifting out your spine out of your hips with your stomach and waist. And exhale, stretching the spine forward and let the fingertips touch the floor. Pull the belly in so you feel like you're pulling your belly into your back and stretch your legs. And then exhale, use the connection to your stomach to lift your spine. You can keep your arms down on the fingertips on the floor, or they can come back up to here. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, forward. Fingertips on the mat, lift the belly up, lifting up into your spine as you inhale, and exhale to come up. Take an inhale here, exhale forward. Lift your spine out of your pelvis, stretch it forward, inhale, exhale up. Let's go one more, sitting up tall at the top. Exhale forward, stretching out through the legs. Inhale here and exhale up. Nice. Okay, let's bring the legs together and let's come onto the front to do some extension today. We'll just do a nice little basic extension. I'd like you to start with your hands on the side of the thighs, and I'd like your nose, tip of your nose, on your mat. So this will help you with the alignment of your head and your neck. So bring your hands into the side of the thigh, the legs are together, and think of lengthening out through your stomach muscles to get the hip flexors open. So you feel the hips in the mat. Now with your elbows soft, slightly out to the side, you're going to keep the contact of the heel of the hands on the mat. As you inhale, you open up the chest and just do a small extension of your upper spine, keeping your lower spine really relaxed. And then exhale, come down back onto the tip of the nose. So keep the hands on the thighs. Inhale, slide the arms down the mat, down your thighs, open the chest. And then exhale, come down. Let's take two more. Keep stretching out through the legs. Inhale. Exhale down. Let's take one more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Awesome. Bring your arms forward. Push yourself up. Sit back and take a little stretch of your lower back. So pull the belly in, stretching back, opening up your lower back. Take a little breath here. So let's take a deep breath in and exhale, stomach pulls in. Do it again, take a breath in and exhale, stretching your seat back. Nice. And then from all fours, you're just going to come into a little squat. I'm going to face forward. Okay. And we're going to take a little stretch up, reach your heels down, take a little stretch here, pull the belly in, and then rolling up to standing. Take the arms up, and you are done for today. Thank you for joining me.